Good morning. This is video 17 in the series, and in this video, I'd like to start out by making some corrections to video 15. After reviewing video 15 and watching it, checking my code, my measurements, and everything, uh, I've come to the conclusion that video 15 is useless. I want to show you. It's not useless, but I made so many mistakes in there because it was taking long and I was having trouble with different things, including the computer, that I got a little ahead of myself. And I want to show you something that happened. If you watch the video and you come to 22 minutes and 30 seconds in it, you'll see that I made this measurement so I could tell D2 and C how deep to make the cuts in this outside, these two inner squares and the outside of the part. Let me zoom to this area here and I'll show you where the problem started. Some of you might have caught this. I didn't. I looked at the measurement instead of the line. Zoom to the selection. If you notice here, this line starts way at the bottom, and I watched the video and I actually tried to snap it to this, but I didn't zoom in to do it, which I should have. And I ended up slipping off of it, and I snapped this line at the bottom, and I used that measurement of 1.123, and it's wrong. Let me go ahead and delete this off. I'm finding it very difficult to actually make these videos. I'm going to stick with it, but I really don't make these kind of mistakes doing the code. I actually drew these drawings and did the G code and had the part made the following afternoon, and my son was riding his mini bike again, but for some reason in the videos I'm messing up. So the actual height of this part is 0.882. So I went ahead and corrected that and saved that CAD file, that DXF file. So I'm going to take that now and go over and start D2 and C out of Mach 3. I'm going to try to slow down here so I don't make any mistakes. D2 and C is already running. I need to shut it down and reopen it. Okay. If I don't do it that way, it won't open in Mach. Okay. Bring it into view here. I'm using double screens trying to get some of the clutter off to get a bigger picture, and this is the third time I've tried to shoot this video because the video modes was messing up. Okay, I'm going to open the CAD file, import the DXF file. You can't see it, but I'm drag it over here too. It's in the other screen. Select our DXF. Say open. All right. In video 15, I went ahead and select next, bottom left, went to offset, typed in my tool, and then I made it. I clicked on inside, and I decided since the height from the top to the bottom is the same here as it is on these two holes, and I decided to do them all at one time. And that the mistake there was that at that point I didn't have control over what would be machined first, second, and third. And the computer, after watching the video, had decided that it was going to machine the outside of the part first and then cut the two holes, the two square holes. I don't like that, but there was another error besides that. So the way I'd like to do it is cut the two holes, and then the very last thing to do is cut out the actual part. But I also made the mistake that I selected all of these as an inside offset, and I'll show you this. This is the way the screen looked in video 15. I was having troubles, and I jumping around here and wasn't thinking. And if you look, that means that the tool offset is on the inside of the line to cut out the outside of the part, and that's totally wrong. It's the actual part is inside of the 00. That this is the center of the cutter path. So let me undo that and then show you the proper way it should have been done, is to select these two boxes, their inside offsets, select the outside shape, and it's an outside offset. So now the cutter, as you can see here, here's your 00. The cutter is making its route outside of the actual part that I want to have. So that was another error. So we'll take that to path, go to contour, and then local shape none. Then so I have the order correct, I want to cut these two square holes out first. So I'll move that to selection. The actual height is 0.882. I'm going to make it 885, so I'm sure to go completely through the material. I'll take a step of 20 thousandths. I'm going to run my speed up somewhere close to 2200. I'm going to ramp. That ramp distance is acceptable. And I'm going to add and close. Okay, that does these two square holes first. Now I'm going to go back to contour, local shape, none, select my outside, move it in, and do the same thing with it, 0.885, 0.02, run my speed up. Oops, a little too far. I'm going to go ahead and ramp, have it calculated. That's a 1/4 inch cutter, and I'm going to go ahead and ramp 4 inches just to like, not an aggressive plunge there. Add and close. Then now you can see that when I select both of these, it's gonna, you have to put the check marks in there or it won't add it to your G code. It's gonna do the two square holes first, and then it's gonna come cut the outside of the part out. Just a note, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but if you did have a whole series of different machine operations on a part lined up here and you wish to change the order, by highlighting it, you can push the up, down arrow keys and change the orders of this list. I don't wish to do it right now. I'm just going to go ahead and generate the G code. Okay, now if you look, I don't know if you remember, but this even looks shorter. It's the right size now. I'm going to try to quit including so much in one video and just try to get a little more factual here. I'm making too many mistakes and it's not looking good on my part. You have to remember we got to edit this G code. We have to save it as step 4. I'll say save as. It's on my desktop. And we're saving it as, I'm sorry, step 4 square holes. Save. And we can go ahead and close this. Now it reloaded the last one. We want to go ahead and close this G code and open the one that we just made. Step 4 square holes. Okay, then you can see I'll go to toolpath. I need to zero my machine before I go. And you can see now that my 00, my cutter is going to run on the outside of the part. 00 is inside of this path. So that's going to be it for video 17. I'm going to put this up, and then I will come back and do the video with starting to machine the the other two sides of the part, the other three sides of the part, but I'm going to do them one step at a time and try to slow down here a little bit so I make less mistakes. So bear with me. I actually do know how to do this. I just don't know how to make videos on how to do it and show somebody else. So I'm trying. Till the next video.